of the garden plots have been sold. We are doubling the production this year from, in terms of our food pantry production farm, and we're hoping to raise about 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of fresh produce for the food pantry. And then you have my notes here on the fiscal year appropriations, which we will get to. Unfortunately, Commissioner Bruss did not make it this evening. You do have his report. I'd encourage you, if any of you have any questions, to direct it to him. Trustee Feldstein, is there, you would indicate that you might have something you wanted to report on. Is there anything? Okay. All right, then we'll move on to bill payment. I'll make a motion to approve the prepaid bills pursuant to the bill payment policy. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Ditton.
Aye.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye. Okay, I'll make a motion to pay the outstanding bills. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Ditton.
Abstain.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye. Okay, now it's time to discuss our annual appropriations. As you know, our budget has been available for public preview for approximately 60 days. Is that correct?
Yes.
Clerk Rush? Okay. The appropriation bill as proposed that's been presented to the public represents about an overall across all the funds about a 22% reduction in spending. In the town fund, that amounts to about 5.8% reduction, and then in the highway funds, that represents about an overall 30% reduction. Does anyone have any comments or questions on that?
A couple comments. We got our property tax bills this week, and while that wasn't necessarily a pleasant experience, I did see that I think we were one of the only taxing entities that had a reduction. There was also at least one taxing entity that claimed to be fiscally conservative or to have a balanced budget that had an increase. So just sort of a continuum or what have you.
Very good. One thing that I will note, these spending cuts will put us on the right footing to make additional tax levy reductions come December of 2011. Yeah, 2011. So, with that being said, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the current annual budget and appropriations as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Ditton.
Aye.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye. Okay, next item on the agenda is the 2011 to 2012 annual general liability insurance. As you know, we use TORMA, which is a risk management pool through the Township officials of Illinois. They have been the insurer for the township for a number of years. This year's premiums are the same as last year, and those premiums were the same as the year before. So we've not seen any increase in premiums. Also, as a member of TORMA, we do get a dividend refund each year based upon the performance of the funds in the previous years. So we're projecting that right now we will get about $4,600 back from TORMA in a dividend check. Anyone have any comments or questions?
How much we get back, you said?
Approximately $4,600. We haven't gotten the check yet, but they're issuing about $1.8 million in dividend returns.
Yeah, just a couple comments. I think that putting our policies in place hopefully will help us get this some liability and hopefully sort of an ideal pipe dream sort of thing. Hopefully we won't have some of the bumps in the road liability-wise or potential liability-wise that would allow us to act in the best interest of the residents and not have the time or monetary correction.
Fair enough. I think TORMA has given us substantial coverage and have been very good. They've been very good in terms of customer service, in terms of responding to the needs of the township when we require their services. So with that being said, I'll make a motion to adopt TORMA's insurance policy for the 2011 to 2012 year. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Ditton.
Aye.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Oh, Supervisor Yingling.
Aye.
Sorry.
No, sorry. Okay, the next thing on the agenda is the Lake County Health Department annual renewal. The contract that was entered into with the Lake County Health Department was entered into a number of years ago prior to this administration. The language in the contract has an automatic renewal clause that increases rent at a rate based at CPI. So this year we're looking at about a 1.5% increase over last year. Lake County's always been a good tenant. They take care of their facility, and I see no reason to not renew with them. But I need the board's authorization if the board wants to renew. Yeah.
How does the monthly rent compare with in the industry?
Taking into consideration market realities, I think it's fairly competitive. And plus, if we were to go searching for another tenant, we would certainly have a number of months of downtime, and lost revenue. So I think that they are a good tenant. I think that their fees or their rent is very reasonable, and I think it's in line with being an office in another governmental facility.
Also, we're helping the county provide a service.
I'm sorry,
We're
what's that?
helping the county.
Right, absolutely. I mean, there are certainly a number of, that's a wonderful point. There's certainly a number of residents who utilize the services here at the Lake County Health
And not
Department.
by what even or how involved or whatever.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'll make a motion to renew the lease, make a motion to renew the lease as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay.
Trustee Ditton.
Aye.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye. Let's see here, the identity theft policy. The state is requiring that governmental entities adopt an identity theft policy. It's my understanding that the Attorney General's office has a draft policy that we can look at. I do have a call into that office to see what they are recommending that we adopt. I was hoping to have had a policy draft by tonight, but unfortunately I did not hear back from them. So I will make a motion to table this until next month. Is there a second to table this?
Trustee Ditton.
Aye.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye.
Comment, is this a new requirement?
Right, it was just put into place.
I'm just wondering what other government entities might have one short of, because, the Attorney General is probably responsible with Open Meetings Act, FOIA, and that sort of thing. I'm just wondering what other governmental agencies, or even to a certain extent, although it would be different, some private agencies or not-for-profits might have a policy that we wouldn't necessarily be able to use word for word, but we'd be halfway there.
Right, no, that's a great point, Let me check around with some of the other governmental entities and see if they have something in place yet. All right, and then we are going to move into executive session, but there is public participation after executive session. I don't know how long we're going to be there, so if anybody would like to participate in, public participation now, we'll do that. Anyone from the public? Okay. Then I will make a motion to go into executive session to discuss legal matters. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Ditton.
Aye.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides. Supervisor Yingling.
Aye.
Into executive session at 6:40 p.m.
Is there a second?
Second.
Who seconds, Randy?
Yes.
Trustee Ditton is present. Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye. Okay, I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Feldstein.
Aye.
Trustee McNeil.
Aye.
Trustee Evangelides.
Aye.
Supervisor Yingling.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.